Chosen one, pause for a moment. This message is not an accident. Something shifted in the spirit the moment you pressed play. You've been wondering why life has felt so heavy, why doors closed in your face, why people misunderstood you, why the battles never seemed to stop. You thought it was punishment. You thought maybe you were forgotten. But listen carefully. I was preparing you. While others walked easy paths, you were being refined in fire. Every rejection, every sleepless night, every tear no one saw, I saw it all. You are not overlooked. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. And today, March 10, marks a moment written in your destiny long before you were born. Something is about to begin that will shift your path toward prosperity, purpose, and divine favor. But only those with spiritual eyes will understand what is happening now. So stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal next will confirm why your life has been so different. Chosen one, listen carefully. You have spent many nights asking the same question. Why has my life been so hard? You looked around and saw others moving forward with ease. Doors opening for them, support surrounding them, paths clearing before them. But your journey felt different. Your road was steep, your battles were constant. Your heart carried wounds no one else seemed to understand. And in the quiet moments, when the world was silent, you wondered if something was wrong with you. But hear me now. Nothing you endured was random. Not the betrayal, not the rejection. Not the seasons when it felt like everyone walked away. Every struggle was part of a preparation that only a few souls on this earth are strong enough to survive. You were never meant to walk an ordinary path. While others were comfortable, you were being refined. While others were celebrating easy victories, you were learning endurance. While others depended on people, you were learning how to depend on me. Yes, there were moments when you felt abandoned. Moments when your prayers seemed to echo into silence. Moments when you cried in places where no one could hear you. But I heard every whisper. I saw every tear that fell when you thought no one was watching. And in those moments, when you believed you were breaking, I was building you, because the destiny I have placed inside of you is not small. It is not light. It is not something that ordinary strength can carry. The calling over your life requires a spirit that has been tested by storms. It requires a heart that has learned compassion through pain. It requires a soul that understands darkness so it can recognize the power of light. That is why your journey has been different. The struggles you faced were shaping your vision. The battles were strengthening your spirit. The loneliness was teaching you to hear my voice more clearly. What felt like destruction was actually construction. Piece by piece, moment by moment, I was forming a version of you that the world has not yet seen. And soon they will see it. The same people who questioned your strength will witness your transformation. The same situations that once broke you will become the proof of your power. Because the weight of your destiny requires the strength of a survivor. And that is what you have become. You survived the nights that tried to swallow you. You survived the words that tried to define you. You survived the seasons that tried to convince you that you were forgotten. But you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. And now, chosen one, the time is coming when everything you endured will begin to make sense. The struggles that once confused you will reveal their purpose. The pain that once weakened you will become the source of your authority. Because only those who have walked through fire can carry the destiny that waits on the other side. And you were always meant to carry it. Chosen one, I know the pain you felt when they turned away from you. You remember those moments. The conversations that suddenly grew cold, the invitations that stopped coming, the people you once trusted who slowly walked out of your life. It confused you. You asked yourself again and again, what did I do wrong? You replayed every word in your mind, every action, every decision. Part of you believed that if you had just been better, quieter, easier to accept, maybe they would have stayed. But listen to me now. Their departure was not your failure. It was my protection. You see, there are places I am taking you that not everyone can go. There are levels of purpose, responsibility, and spiritual weight that certain people were never meant to carry beside you. But when you loved them, you could not see it. Your heart tried to hold on to what heaven was already releasing. So I had to step in. Sometimes protection does not look like rescue. Sometimes protection looks like separation. I allowed the distance. I allowed the silence. I allowed the misunderstanding. Not because you were unworthy, but because where you are going requires a different atmosphere. Think about it. The people who left you often could not understand your vision. They questioned your path. They mocked your faith. They doubted the quiet strength growing inside you. They were comfortable with the version of you that stayed small. But the destiny placed inside you was never meant to remain small. And if they had stayed, they might have kept you tied to places I was calling you to leave behind. So what felt like rejection was actually redirection. I was clearing the path. I was removing voices that would drown out the direction I was trying to give you. I was separating you from environments that could not support the future waiting for you. Yes, it hurt. You cried when no one was looking. You felt alone in rooms that once felt like home. There were days when the silence around you felt louder than any noise. But even in those lonely seasons, you were not abandoned. I was closer than ever. While others stepped away, I stepped in. While old connections faded, I was building new strength within you. Because the journey ahead requires clarity, courage, and spiritual focus. And sometimes the greatest gift I can give you is removing what no longer belongs in your story. One day you will look back and understand. You will see that every door that closed was guiding you toward a door that was meant only for you. Every person who walked away created space for the people who will truly recognize the calling on your life. And when that moment arrives, you will realize something powerful. You were never rejected. You were being protected. Protected from distractions. Protected from limitation. Protected from relationships that could not survive the elevation I prepared for you. So do not mourn what left your life. Trust what I removed. Because where I am taking you, chosen one, only the right people will be able to stand beside you. Chosen one, I know you have noticed something. Your life has never been quiet. There always seems to be another battle, another obstacle, another storm rising just when you thought you could breathe again. You have asked yourself many times, why does it feel like everything is always fighting against me? You watched others live peacefully, while your path felt like a battlefield. Misunderstandings appeared out of nowhere. Opportunities slipped away at the last moment. People turned against you without reason. And there were nights when you sat in silence and wondered if you were simply unlucky, or if something was wrong with your life. But listen carefully, chosen one. The battles around you are not accidents. They are evidence. Evidence of the spiritual weight of the calling placed upon your life. You see, ordinary paths do not attract extraordinary resistance. When a destiny is small, the opposition is small. But when a soul carries a purpose that can shift lives, inspire hearts, and bring light into dark places, the spiritual world takes notice. The pressure you have felt is not proof of weakness. It is proof of significance. Think about the storms you survived. Moments when everything seemed to collapse at once. Moments when it felt like the ground beneath your feet was disappearing. And yet, somehow, you are still standing. You may feel tired, you may carry scars, but you are still here, and that is not by chance. Every battle was strengthening something inside of you. The criticism you faced built resilience. The betrayal you endured sharpened your discernment. The attacks against your peace forced you to grow spiritually stronger than you ever imagined. While the enemy tried to break your spirit, I was building your authority. Because the calling on your life requires a warrior's heart. It requires someone who knows what darkness looks like, but refuses to become part of it. It requires someone who can stand firm when chaos rises, and that is who you are becoming. You were never meant to live a small, unnoticed life. The assignment placed on your soul carries influence, impact, and power. That is why the battles came early. That is why the pressure felt overwhelming at times. The weight of your destiny demanded preparation. But here is what you must remember. No battle you face is greater than the strength I placed inside you. No storm can erase the purpose written over your life. Every attack that tried to stop you only revealed how important your path truly is. And the fact that you are still moving forward, even after everything you endured, proves something powerful. You are stronger than the battles that surround you, because you were never fighting alone. I have been beside you through every storm, every setback, every moment when you felt like giving up. And now, chosen one, as you step into the next season of your life, you will begin to see the truth clearly. The battles were never there to destroy you. They were there to reveal the strength required to carry the calling placed upon your life. Chosen one, I know the silence around you has felt heavy. There were seasons when the world suddenly became quiet. Friends drifted away, conversations faded, rooms that once felt alive became empty. You wondered what happened. You asked yourself why life suddenly felt so lonely, so distant, so still. There were days when you questioned your worth. Nights when the silence around you felt louder than any crowd. You saw others surrounded by people, laughter, and connection while you sat alone with your thoughts, and deep inside, a painful question echoed. Why am I always alone? But listen carefully, chosen one. What you called isolation was actually divine training. I was pulling you away from the noise, because the world is full of voices that distract, confuse, and mislead. Opinions, expectations, pressures that try to shape you into something you were never meant to be. If you had stayed surrounded by that noise, you might have lost the quiet voice guiding your destiny. So I created distance, not to punish you, but to prepare you. In those silent seasons, something powerful was happening inside you. Your spirit was becoming stronger. Your mind was learning to think independently. Your heart was learning to heal without needing constant validation from others. And, most importantly, you were learning to hear me. You see, when the crowd is loud, my voice is often ignored. But when the world becomes quiet, my direction becomes clear. Those lonely nights were not empty moments. They were sacred moments. Moments when I was reshaping your perspective. Moments when I was teaching you patience. Moments when I was showing you that your strength does not come from people. It comes from within the spirit I placed inside you. You were learning endurance. You were learning discipline. You were learning how to stand firmly even when no one was clapping for you. And that kind of strength cannot be built in crowds. It is forged in solitude. Think about how much you have changed. You are not the same person you were before those quiet seasons. You see the world differently now. You notice things others ignore. You feel things more deeply. You carry a wisdom that only comes from walking through long moments of reflection and growth. That transformation did not happen by accident. It happened because the silence gave your soul room to grow. While you thought life had paused, your spirit was evolving. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was happening. And now, chosen one, you are stepping out of that season stronger, clearer, and more focused than ever before. The isolation was never meant to last forever. It was preparation. Preparation for the people who will truly understand your heart. Preparation for the opportunities that require maturity and clarity. Preparation for the destiny that cannot be carried by someone who still depends on the noise of the crowd. So do not resent those quiet seasons. Honor them, because in those moments when the world stepped back from you, I stepped closer, and in the silence, I was strengthening the soul that will soon walk boldly into the purpose waiting ahead. Chosen one, I saw the tears you tried to hide, the ones that fell when no one else was around. The tears you wiped away quickly, so the world would never know how much pain you were carrying. You became strong for everyone else. You smiled when people were watching. You kept moving forward when your heart was breaking. But when the door closed and the room became quiet, the weight returned. And that is when the tears came. Not loud, not dramatic. Just silent tears, falling in moments when you felt completely alone. You wondered if anyone noticed. You wondered if anyone understood the battles happening inside your heart. But listen to me, chosen one. Heaven saw every single one of them. Not one tear fell unnoticed. Not one moment of pain disappeared into the darkness. Every tear carried a story. The tear you cried after betrayal. The tear that fell when someone you trusted walked away. The tear that came when your efforts were ignored. When your kindness was taken for granted. When your heart felt misunderstood. I saw the nights when you stared into the darkness asking questions no one else could answer. I heard the quiet prayers you whispered through trembling breaths. Those tears were not weakness. They were honesty. They were the language of a soul that refused to give up even when life felt overwhelming. And while you thought those moments were breaking you, They were actually shaping your testimony. Because pain has a way of carving wisdom into the heart. Each tear softened your spirit. Each heartbreak deepened your compassion. Each lonely night gave you the ability to understand struggles that others cannot see. One day, someone will stand in front of you carrying the same pain you once carried. They will feel lost, misunderstood, exhausted by life. And when you speak, they will listen. Not because your words are perfect, but because your heart understands their pain. Your tears prepared you for that moment. The struggles you survived will become a light for someone walking through darkness. Your story will remind them that survival is possible, that healing is possible, that strength can grow from the deepest wounds. You thought those tears were signs that you were losing the battle, but they were actually evidence that your heart was still alive, still compassionate, still capable of love despite the pain. And that kind of heart is rare. That kind of spirit carries power. So do not be ashamed of those silent tears. They are not stains on your story. They are sacred marks of endurance. Proof that you kept going even when your soul felt exhausted. And now, chosen one, those tears are becoming something greater. They are becoming your testimony. The evidence that even in your lowest moments, you were never truly alone. I was there watching, listening, holding every tear as a reminder of the strength growing inside you. And soon, the same tears that once fell in silence will become the story of how you overcame everything meant to break you. Chosen one, I know the waiting has been one of the hardest parts of your journey. You prayed, you worked, you believed something would change. But the answers didn't come when you expected them. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. And there were moments when you looked at your life and wondered why everything seemed to move so slowly. You watched others advance. They reached milestones. They celebrated victories. They stepped into opportunities you had been hoping for. Meanwhile, your path felt paused. Doors you knocked on remained closed. Plans you carefully built fell apart. Dreams you held in your heart seemed just out of reach. And in quiet frustration, you asked a question that echoed deep within your spirit. Why is my breakthrough taking so long? But listen carefully, chosen one. What you saw as delay was never delay. It was divine timing. You were measuring your life by the clock of the world. But I was guiding your path by a higher design. You see, a destiny like yours cannot be rushed. Some blessings require preparation. Some doors must wait until the person walking through them is strong enough to stand on the other side. If certain opportunities had arrived earlier, they might have overwhelmed you. If certain doors had opened before your spirit matured, they might have distracted you from your true purpose. So I slowed the process, not to punish you, but to protect the future waiting for you. While you were waiting, unseen things were happening. Your character was deepening. Your patience was growing. Your wisdom was sharpening through experiences you never expected to face. The version of you standing today is far stronger than the one who first asked for those blessings. You have learned resilience. You have learned discernment. You have learned how to remain steady even when circumstances are uncertain. That transformation was necessary, because when your breakthrough arrives, it will not be small. It will require strength, clarity, and courage to carry. And now the alignment is happening. The pieces that once felt scattered are beginning to move into place. Situations you thought were unrelated are quietly connecting. Paths that once seemed closed are shifting. What looked like stillness was actually preparation behind the scenes. Like seeds buried beneath the soil, the work was happening where your eyes could not see. Growth in darkness, formation in silence, and soon, the moment will come when everything begins to rise. You will look back and realize that nothing was truly late. Nothing was wasted. Every step, every detour, every unexpected pause was guiding you toward the exact moment where your breakthrough could unfold perfectly. Because destiny is not about speed. It is about alignment. And when the timing is right, the doors that once resisted you will open with surprising ease. So do not lose heart in the waiting. Trust the rhythm of the path I placed before you, because what you once called delay was simply the universe aligning itself with the destiny I prepared for you. And when it arrives, chosen one, you will understand why it could only happen now. Chosen one, there is something you must understand about your journey. You often measure your life by the battles you can see, the arguments, the disappointments, the moments when people stood against you, the obstacles that appeared directly in your path. Those are the struggles you remember. Those are the storms that left visible scars. But what you rarely see are the storms that never reached you. The attacks that were stopped before they touched your life. The traps that were set but never closed around you. You have no idea how many times I stepped between you and something that could have destroyed your peace, your purpose, or even your future. There were conversations happening behind your back that could have harmed you. There were opportunities that looked perfect, but carried hidden danger. There were people who smiled in your presence, while carrying intentions that were not aligned with your destiny. And yet somehow those situations dissolved. Plans changed, paths shifted. People disappeared from your life before the damage could happen. At the time, you called it coincidence. Sometimes you even called it bad luck. You wondered why certain opportunities slipped away. You questioned why certain connections faded so quickly. You felt frustrated when things did not work out the way you expected. But what you did not see was my protection moving quietly around you. Like a shield you could not see, I was blocking attacks that were never meant to reach your spirit. Think about the moments when you narrowly avoided something. The decision you almost made, but changed at the last second. The place you almost went, but something inside you told you to stay away. The relationship that almost pulled you in, but suddenly fell apart. Those were not accidents. That was guidance. That was protection. Because the calling placed upon your life carries value, and anything valuable must be guarded. There are paths in this world that would have drained your spirit. There are environments that would have slowly dimmed the light growing inside you. If you had walked into them, they could have delayed your purpose for years. So I intervened. Not always in ways you could recognize, but always with precision. Even when life felt difficult, even when you felt surrounded by problems, there were countless unseen battles being fought on your behalf. Battles you never had to carry. Battles you never had to see. You thought you were struggling alone, but all along, protection was surrounding you, And now, as you look back over your life, you may begin to notice something. Despite everything that tried to break you, you are still here, still breathing, still standing, still moving forward with a spirit that refuses to give up. That is not just strength, that is evidence of divine protection. Because the destiny written over your life is too important to be left unguarded. So the next time something unexpected leaves your life, do not always assume it was a loss. Sometimes it is a shield. Sometimes it is my hand quietly removing danger before it ever touches you. And one day, chosen one, you will fully understand just how many storms were stopped before they ever reached your door. Chosen one, you remember the voices, the ones that questioned you, the ones that looked at your dreams and quietly shook their heads. Some said it directly, others said it through their silence. They doubted your vision, they doubted your strength. They doubted the quiet fire burning inside your spirit. You could feel it in the way they spoke to you, in the way they dismissed your ideas, in the way they treated your faith like it was just wishful thinking. At times, their doubt crept into your mind. You wondered if maybe they were right. Maybe your dreams were too big. Maybe your path was unrealistic. Maybe you were meant to settle for less than what your heart kept whispering was possible. But listen carefully, chosen one. The doubts of others never changed the destiny written over your life. People judge based on what they can see. They look at your current circumstances, your struggles, your unfinished story, and they decide your limits based on the chapter you are still living in. But I see the entire story. I see the person you are becoming. I see the strength growing beneath the pressure. I see the wisdom forming through every difficult season you survived. While they were focusing on your present, I was shaping your future. There were moments when their words hurt. Moments when you felt underestimated, overlooked, invisible. You stayed quiet when they mocked your ambition. You remained humble when they dismissed your potential. But the work happening inside you never stopped, because favor does not always appear immediately. Sometimes it grows slowly, quietly, beneath the surface where no one can see it. Like a seed beneath the soil, your destiny was developing in hidden places. And one day that seed will break through the surface. The growth will become visible. The transformation will be undeniable. The same people who once questioned your path will pause when they see what has unfolded in your life. They will see the doors opening. They will see the peace you carry. They will see the opportunities and blessings that arrived in ways they never expected. And in that moment, something will become clear. This was never just your effort. This was favor. The kind of favor that cannot be explained by luck or coincidence. The kind of favor that reveals the hand of something greater guiding your journey. But hear this, chosen one. Your rise is not about proving anyone wrong. It is about fulfilling the purpose placed inside your soul. You do not need revenge. You do not need validation from the same voices that once doubted you. Your life itself will become the answer. Your growth will speak louder than any argument. Your peace will reveal more than any explanation. And when they witness the evidence of what has unfolded, they will realize something they never understood before. The quiet person they underestimated, the dreamer they doubted, the soul they thought would remain small, was always walking under divine favor. And now, chosen one, the world will begin to see what heaven already knew about you all along. Chosen one, I know the depth of the pain you have carried. I have watched the nights when you could not sleep, when the weight of your struggles pressed so heavily on your chest, it felt impossible to breathe. When tears flowed silently because the world was not ready to see your heart break. You thought those moments were wasted. You thought your suffering was meaningless. You believed that the struggles you faced were signs that life had turned against you. But hear me now, every ache, every wound, every disappointment was never wasted. Every heartache was shaping a power inside of you. Every moment of loneliness was teaching you empathy. Every betrayal was strengthening your spirit. Every setback was carving wisdom into your soul. The pain you endured, it is not just a story of survival. It is a story of preparation. A story that will become the foundation of something far greater than you can imagine. The very struggles you thought would break you are transforming into purpose. A purpose that will reach beyond your own life. A purpose that will touch people who feel lost, unseen, and misunderstood. People who are walking through the same battles you once faced. Think of the moments you felt hopeless, how powerless you felt in your circumstances. Those experiences gave you insight that no one else could give. They planted seeds of understanding, compassion, and strength that only you can share. Your story is becoming a light for others. The tears you cried in silence will one day guide someone out of darkness. The fears you faced alone will become the courage you show to someone trembling in uncertainty. The wounds that once hurt you will become the healing you carry into the lives of others. Every painful chapter is being rewritten into a legacy. The trials you endured are not just for you. They are part of a plan far bigger than you can see. And one day, chosen one, you will witness it. You will see how lives are being changed because you refuse to give up. You will see how the doors that once seemed closed were actually openings for divine impact. You will see that the struggles you thought were burdens were actually blessings in disguise. Your pain was never a punishment. It was a preparation. It was the molding of a soul strong enough to carry a message that will inspire, encourage, and uplift countless others. So do not despise the seasons of hurt. Do not resent the nights of loneliness. Do not reject the weight you had to bear, because all of it, every bit of it, is becoming your purpose. And your purpose, chosen one, will leave a mark on this world that nothing can erase. Your pain is not the end. It is the beginning of a legacy that will ripple far beyond what your eyes can yet see. Chosen one, I need you to hear this right now. The breakthrough you've been longing for, it is closer than you think. I know the nights felt endless. I know the weight of disappointment pressed against your chest so heavily you thought you might crumble. I know the doors that once seemed so firmly closed made you question your purpose, your strength, even your faith. But listen carefully. Every moment of struggle, every delay, every battle, every tear, it has been leading to this. You are standing at the edge of a new season. A season where the walls that once confined you will fall, where the chains that bound you will break, where the weight that tried to crush you will turn into wings that lift you higher than you've ever imagined. Do you feel it, chosen one? That stirring in your spirit, that quiet, unshakable knowing that something is about to change. That is the sign of your breakthrough approaching. I know it feels like the world is still against you. I know it feels like the battles are unending. I know it feels like you have been walking alone. But hear me now, you have never walked alone. Every unseen hand that guided you, every quiet whisper that nudged you forward, every obstacle that seemed insurmountable, but you survived, I was there. Every moment you thought you were abandoned, I was standing right beside you. The people who doubted you, the doors that seemed closed, the storms that raged around you, they cannot stop what I am doing in your life. Because you, chosen one, were created to carry a destiny far greater than any opposition. The moment of breakthrough is coming like the sunrise after the darkest night. And when it arrives, you will finally see everything you endured was preparing you to embrace it fully. No struggle was wasted, no tear was unseen, no battle was meaningless. You are stronger than you realize. You are wiser than you give yourself credit for. You are ready, even if your heart still doubts it. And here is the truth you must never forget. God's chosen ones never walk alone. I am with you in the silence. I am with you in the storms. I am with you when no one else understands. And soon, the doors will open. The chains will fall. The weight will lift. You will look back and realize that the waiting, the pain, the struggle, all of it was necessary to prepare you for this moment. So do not despair. Do not give up. Do not let fear whisper lies into your mind. The breakthrough is coming. It is near. And when it arrives, your life will be changed forever. Stand firm. Chosen one. Because what has been prepared for you is greater than anything you have ever imagined. And I will never leave your side. Chosen one. Now hear this truth stirring deep inside you. All the pain you thought was meaningless, it had a purpose. Every tear, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every moment you felt unseen was preparing you for something greater than your imagination. Do you feel it? That quiet stirring in your spirit? That whisper telling you that your struggle was not in vain? That the heaviness you carried was never meant to crush you, but to build you. While you walked through storms alone, I was walking beside you. While you stumbled through valleys of doubt, I was holding your path steady. While doors slammed and people turned away, I was creating spaces only you could enter. Every delay, every rejection, every no was protection. Unseen shields guarding the destiny I placed inside you. Every obstacle was a test, a refining fire shaping you into a vessel strong enough to carry my purpose. And now something is shifting. A spark is igniting in your spirit. A new awareness, a rising power, a recognition that your life was never meant to remain ordinary. The pain you endured is becoming your power. The struggles you survived are becoming your testimony. The battles that tried to break you are activating the destiny only you can walk. Can you see it? The pieces of your life falling into place, perfectly aligned. By my hand, every moment of suffering now carries meaning. Every lonely hour now carries wisdom. Every wound now carries strength. Your preparation is complete. Your protection was perfect. Your destiny is calling. Rise, chosen one. Rise into the fullness of what I have been forming in you. The world has yet to see what you were made to become, and it will tremble when it realizes that the one who was broken is now unstoppable. The purpose behind your pain is awake. The power within your struggle is alive. The destiny that was once hidden is about to be revealed. Step forward, the time is now. Your breakthrough waits, and I am with you forever. Chosen one, lift your head and hear this truth. Every battle you've faced, every tear you've cried, every door that closed, I was with you. I never left. I never abandoned you, even when life felt unbearable. My hand was holding yours, guiding you toward what you could not yet see. Now, rise. Rise with the strength I have placed inside you. The pain is behind you, the lessons have prepared you, and the victories you've been waiting for are ready to meet you. Your destiny is alive. Your purpose is unfolding. The world may have doubted, the storms may have roared, but you were chosen for this moment. Step forward with courage, with faith, with unwavering hope. The light of your breakthrough shines before you. Go, stand, conquer. Your divine destiny begins now.